brilliant observation by Dr. Arlan is that this is not the scale model of Machu Picchu. It's not the scale model of a city. It's actually an engineering teaching place where multiple examples of engineering principles, especially the movement of water, are expressed.
Wish it weren't so worn. This thing has got to be very old. Especially look around the top. If it was damaged or if it were just worn. Some of the areas, like on the side here, almost like there were bowls that have been broken off.
Yeah.
There are containers around the edge that have been broken off.
Right.
Well, take some more measurements and do a couple of tests.
Yeah, there is that top channel right at the very top of it. So.
Okay. One more time.
Any one more?
I think one here. Right here.
Hang on, put your hand.
I think I'll do one more in the middle.
This could very well be water channels.
Yeah, just right here.
So I'm going from the very top, maneuvering down, emptying, and pouring out at the lowest point. Okay.
Okay. My poor hand. These right here represent a system I think called fingers, calanoles, or something like that, on the other side of the mountain on the Altiplano, near the sea. They were used by the ancients for agricultural irrigation, but it turns out that it was only discovered in the 1970s how they were used. They're only 8 to 10 inches, 12 inches deep. When you put water in there, it creates a microclimate about 18 inches high, and you can grow tubers and other things in that. They started using it again in the 1980s. It was an ancient thing. It produced enough food to support the large population that used to live out there. And that's what these represent. The rest of what everything else represents, we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Oh God, here comes a whole crew. Shit.
Whole crew of what?
People. Turistas. Actually altered this stone when it was being used. You can tell here they've laid another layer of a different material here to alter the characteristics of this channel. So, in my estimation, they were at least tweaking and maybe doing actual experimentation. And I think the whole thing is to experiment with water flow and demonstrate water flow and design water flow. So occasionally it wouldn't be unusual to find a place that they say, oops, we need to go back and tweak that, just like engineers do today, back to the drawing board, except here it's a large stone. They didn't have three-dimensional CAD systems back in the old days that we know of, at least. But they did have this three-dimensional CAD model here. It's like a computer-aided design. And that's why I maintain that I highly suspect that they used liquid mercury that would scale down and act as water does on the scale that you're using here.
Right.
Unfortunately, so many places have been broken apart until it's been chipped off. I doubt that the original people did that because it looks ugly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the zoomorphs, the animal shapes, have been broken.
Yeah, especially the heads of the pumas knocked off.
Yeah, you see over there, we see lobsters, we see pumas. What I was looking for today, particularly, was perhaps something like this that would have been a dome. And they carved it out and ran water through it to do some things like siphoning. I wouldn't be surprised to find, if we had enough time to look at this, or look at our drawings or our pictures later, that they do the concept of a siphon.
And so what you're saying, for those who are scientific is that mercury was used because this is a scale model.
Yes, mercury will replicate the properties of water on a scale model, whereas water won't. Water has surface tension. If you've ever filled up a glass with water totally to the top, you get a little meniscus on the top. The glass is actually higher than the water. The water is actually higher than the glass because of surface tension. And water molecules hold it that way. So if you try to take a river that's a mile wide and scale it down to this, and you try to pour water through it to replicate what the water will do, it's not going to work. You'd have to have, the best shot you could do would be to use liquid mercury.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I'm going to pour water. There is a bowl in the top, the size of a soup bowl, or a little bigger. Pour the water in and see where it moves.
Here it comes.
Okay, I'm not seeing any from over here.
It's just, oh! Just puddling here. We have to have a lot more water than that.
Like some more?
Yeah, pour some more. Just pour it all. Let's just see. Okay, I'll tell you, stop there and let's pour some. Here it comes. Let's let this one go for a minute. Let's pour it in the other bowl to your left. Is there another bowl over there to your left?
There's a channel right here.
Okay, let's try that one. It's coming down in two different directions.
Yeah, it's a channel, it's not a bowl.
Oh, here it comes. Collects here.
The other one's still flowing.
And we discovered that water flows downhill.
Wow, it's just amazing.
So it puddles there for some reason. But
All right.
and here it comes. Down into two places it splits.
Yeah.
We're going to try it on the flat place there.
Okay, we'll do this one.
Yeah, let's try that. Oh, it's just, that's not doing, that's fine. It does flow, but